Hey, and welcome to Tuesday's Tips, Tools, Techniques, Tactics, something that you can use in your real estate business. Now, listen, I have really what I think is the coolest thing to share with you. So, if you are using or you want to use some form of either animation or digital asset, like a presentation on a tablet or a computer with your buyers and or sellers, this is going to be particularly interesting for you to see. So I'm going to share that with you in just a second. But first, I just want to take a quick moment because, over the past good number of months, I've been hearing from people, and it's been getting louder and louder and louder that, the biggest challenge is the inventory. The inventory is so low, it's so tight that I thought, okay, that's problem number one. And what's right behind that is problem number two. The first problem is, how do you find sellers, right? How do you find people that want to sell or need to sell? So in order to solve that problem, what I'm doing is I'm going back through all of my reports, all of my research that I've done over the years, decades really, and I'm putting all of it into a condensed, probably no more than about a 3, maybe 4 page checklist, if you will, of probably the top 5 to 7 ways that you can find great off-market real estate deals, opportunities, sources for listings. Now, that's number one. Number two, it's great to find them, but the sellers also know that, well, inventory's tight. It's been all over the news. So they feel as if they're a little bit more in the driver's seat. They're in a little more of a position of control or authority, if you will, and they feel they have a lot of choices. Why should they choose you? So the second is going to be about a 45-minute, maybe an hour, depends on questions and that may come up, presentation on the 5 secrets that I've learned and I used in my business over the decades to be able to walk out of more listing appointments with the signed listing in hand. Now, I don't know how efficient you are at taking listings. Me personally, I was over 93%. Now, what that means is if I went into 100 listing appointments, I would come out with over 93 of them signed in hand. The seller chose me. So I feel that I have something to add and bring to that conversation of value. And I'm going to share with you a little bit more about it next Tuesday. It's going to be free. It's going to be free. The only thing you'll have to do is name an email address just so that I'll know where to send the handout, the checklist, that kind of thing, because the webinar does come with a little handout that I'm putting together because I want people to, be able to write down any of those little ahas, those action items, those, ooh, that's pretty good. I'm going to start using that. So listen, in the meantime, just be on the lookout for it. But right now, I want to show you what I think is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's called Presentermedia. And go to presentermedia.com, check them out. Like everything that I've shared with you thus far, these people don't even know that I'm telling you about them. I don't get anything as a result of it. I just think they're cool and it really can benefit you. So I highly encourage you to check them out, play around with it. They've got all sorts of templates. Some are animated for business finance, and you can see there's quite a few topics that they already cover or categories they've put them in. Animations, clip art, backgrounds, custom. It's really cool. And by the way, it's not just PowerPoint. Now, it says get the best PowerPoint templates and designs, but you'll also find right here that you can use them in Microsoft PowerPoint, Keynote, as well as Google Slide themes. So you can use these in a host of different settings and just scroll through. It really is some of the coolest things that you will find that they can do. Some of these I just think are pretty darn neat. I mean, you type your message in and it looks like somebody just wrote it on a blackboard or scratched off something and there it was, or maybe it pops out of a box. So it's really, they just have some really, really cool things that I think you can use and probably find a lot of use for in your business. So listen, thanks so much for checking this out. Thanks for having taken a few moments out of your day to check this out anyway and to be with me, and I really appreciate it. And I'm looking very forward to talking with you next Tuesday. In the meantime, have a great, great day. Take some great listings, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.